I thought we would do a little witchy chat today. So let's just say that I want to start by saying that in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Four of Scepters, the Four of Wands here. This is from Tarot of Vampires. And it's kind of a witchy chat, and it's kind of about Four of Wands because I've been sitting with this aspect or level of commitment that we see in the Four of Scepters or the Four of Wands. And I made a little commitment to myself at the beginning of 2022. I've been doing so many year ahead readings that I just want to keep saying 2023, and we're actually not out of 2022 yet. I made a commitment to myself at the beginning of 2022 that I would not bleach my hair for an entire year. Now, this does not mean that I wouldn't dye my roots, because y'all know I'm not naturally jet black. You know, I don't naturally have jet black hair or bright red hair. But I made a commitment to do this. Now, I haven't left my hair alone as far as color goes for more than like 3 months at a go since I was 19. It's a way that I express myself. It's a way that I make sense of experiences that I might be going through. Such as breakups or moving or, you know, endings and beginnings and whatever might be coming up for me at any given time. I tend to process all of that, or to begin the journey of processing, by changing my hair color. And I know that there are, between you viewers, two pretty divided camps against black or red, but it's all hair and it's all fun. And it's a way of expressing ourselves, right? Just like clothing and makeup, etc. But I haven't left my hair alone for a year since I was 19. So at the beginning of this year, I made a commitment to myself that I wasn't going to bleach my hair. I was just going to like dye my roots and let my hair do its thing for a year. And I have made it a year. It actually started in mid-December of 2021 because I accidentally over bleached my hair for the first time in my life. I've been doing my hair, cutting and dyeing my hair myself for a very long time. Dyeing my hair myself since I was 19, cutting it myself completely all the time for the last few years. And it's no offense to hairdressers. It's just that no one up here can cut vintage style haircuts. They just can't. So one does what one must. But I've officially made it a year as of like 3 days ago. I went back through my photos to make sure, and I've actually made it a year. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And I was thinking about the Four of Scepters around commitment, because a lot of times we can look at that card as like a celebration of a commitment with another person. But in Tarot of Vampires, Ian really talks about the commitment being within ritual experience and a commitment to the divine in ourselves. So when we make a commitment to ourselves, you know, that magic can be just as serious and important as the commitment we might make to another person or another group of people. So I was reflecting on that as I thought about making it through this year. And it was really hard for me, guys, to not change my hair color. And a lot of you kept messaging me like, where's the red? When are you going to come back to the red? Where's the red? And it was really hard to not change my hair color. There were a few, I've had a pretty intense, kind of painful in a lot of ways year. And it was really difficult to not change my hair color. But I did learn that it was beautiful to prove to myself that I could do this. And I'm also ready for a change now. So, yeah, my hair color will probably be different soon. Also, you saw me this year play with a lot of wigs and extensions and falls as a means of not changing my hair color. And I know some of you got a kick out of it, and some of you were like, what is going on with your hair, Racine? It's a beautiful way to get to express myself and to share like how I'm feeling. I'm someone who gets very inspired visually and very inspired by various time periods and aesthetics. So like, as you can tell right now, I'm going through a little bit of a 30s thing and really enjoying that. But I digress. To get back to the Four of Scepters. So proving to myself that I could do it, I think, was really what it came down to. And it also, in some ways, I feel like my life shared the theme of not changing my hair, in that I kind of had to repeat a few things this year and go back to some old cycles and experiences and look at how to stop repeating that. And so I feel like my hair journey also kind of mirrored coming back around to something and then being in a space to see the cycle, the pattern repeating, and make a shift this time, instead of choosing to continue. Like, I might step back into repeating, but instead of choosing to continue to repeat that pattern. So if on your own journey, you know, as you're listening to this, which this is just really a fun video, this isn't a teaching video, but you know, if you find that you're repeating a pattern, just remember the awareness is like the first part of shifting it. And from there, it becomes a lot easier to make changes, right? To make a change, to act in a different way that may not feel as comfortable, but that stops the karmic pattern from repeating for yourself. So I definitely experienced like having to go back in and then releasing and not continuing to repeat those patterns, which was very empowering and also brought with it its own period of mourning. This was also a year where I dealt with some physical loss and that mourning process. And also I found this year with my clients that I did a lot of mediumship work and a lot of teaching. And there's something about, like, I don't know if that inner commitment to this small thing also in a way kind of reflected that for me. But I feel like saying, like, I made it through 2022 and you made it through 2022. You're here, we're doing this thing. We've learned a lot. And also we can know when it's time to let a commitment go, right? So I'm like really stoked to finally make a color change for myself, but I proved that I can do it. I did it. I went through it. I didn't make a big deal about it. It was a quiet commitment. Only 2 of my friends knew that I made the commitment throughout the year. So there's a beauty in those little commitments that we make to ourselves. And if we break the commitment, you know, we also get to choose to not make a huge deal about that and either get right back up on the horse or see that it's not working for us and we can go a different way, right? So I don't want you to walk away from this feeling like I'm saying always honor your commitments. This is a commitment I've tried to make many times in the past and never lived up to it. So it's a new experience for me to actually continue being faithful to one hair color for an entire year. But I was thinking about this and I kind of wanted to share just that feeling of accomplishment in having, you know, moved through a commitment successfully, moved through a year successfully. You know, I'm not someone who's really big on that new year, new you energy. Like, I don't really, I think it's all an experience our entire life. And I don't think a calendar change into one next month means that everything automatically gets better and improves for us and we get to be new people, right? Like, I think we're us and we get to choose how we interact, again, to go back to what I was saying about patterns, but we, you know, things don't magically change January 1st because there's been a shift of the calendar. Yeah. So I don't know what else I was going to say there, but approaching 2023 though, I think there's a sense of the weather is so strange here in New England. It's been so warm. Like, I went for a run outside this morning. Like, it's like it's early fall. It's very, very interesting weather-wise what's happening here. And it's kind of causing me, I'm still outside a lot more than I typically am this time of year. And so that's been really, really beautiful for me too. This year I've really found so much connection with the woods and the element of earth in that way. And it's been such a calming, welcoming, inviting, loving presence. And so getting to still be outside in December, because I'm not someone that likes to freeze my ass off in the cold. So being able to get outside in December has felt like really, really precious and special and something that I feel infinitely grateful for. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share some thoughts on the 4 of Scepters and commitment and honor the fact that I made it through a year without changing my hair color. And that I'm super excited in 2023 to change it again, because I do like to mix up my look, as you all know. But there is I think as you get older in your spiritual practice, you really start to see how absolutely every little thing is an expression of your spiritual practice, that it's not all separate. We like to put things in nice boxes because they make us feel safer. But the truth is that it's all spiritual. It's all earth path. It's all connected. It's all living and breathing. And each moment matters, but it's also not the end all be all. It's an experience. It's not about winning or losing, right? So we can celebrate our successes, like not dyeing your hair for a year, and not also like not get so attached and sucked into that idea of it's either right or it's wrong, it's good or it's bad, I've succeeded or I've failed, right? But we can like kind of have an openness to whatever the experience is for us in any given time. So these are some witchy thoughts on a Thursday morning as we approach 2023. I am sending you, as always, so much love and many blessings, and I will see you in the next video.